Hello and welcome to the Whiskey Jedi channel and podcast. Now, this isn't the first official episode of this podcast. This is just an introduction to what I have in store for you guys on this podcast and the whole entire channel. My name is Jake Berlin. I go by Qui-Gon Jake. You can find that on social media. You can find that in person. You can name me, call me, whatever you want. I'm happy that you guys are here to join me and have fun here on this channel. And I wanted to sit down and give you guys a little bit of an idea of what is going to be happening here on this channel. Now, I've had this idea for quite a while now. I love and adore Star Wars. It's a big passion of mine. It's a big, giant part of my life. You guys can see stuff in the background, a poster, a canvas art, some things over there on the desk. You'll see things in and out. You see him in the corner. That is my dog, Kylo. Yes, his name is Kylo. And it's something that I'm very passionate about. I love talking about it, not just on screen, but also in life with friends, with family, whoever it may be. I just love and adore talking Star Wars. It's something that I've always done, always been a part of, and I always want to be a part of. And so I'm part of a separate Star Wars podcast, something that I absolutely love, something that I've built to really, really love over the last number of years. That is the Padawan podcast on Apocalypse movies. I am the host over there, but I wanted to create something a little bit different, something with a little different flair, has different flavor to it, where I can kind of sit down and not just talk with you guys, but talk with myself and kind of get things off my chest about the universe or galaxy, but also bring in guests and talk about them with Star Wars as well. I have people who are interested in who have reached out to me and I've talked to and been like, oh, that's interesting. I love that idea. If you ever need someone, I'd love to be on. And so that'll definitely be happening in the future. For now, I will be starting off with just myself. The show idea is to bring up anything that I want to talk about in Star Wars. There's no rules or guidelines or boundary that I have to stay by. I can talk about one subject the entire show, right? It can be a theme, like the theme of this, or I can bring up a character and do a character breakdown. I can review a movie. I can do episode watch-alongs for the Clone Wars or Rebels. I can do anything like that on this podcast. It's free. It's open. It's anything that I want to do or talk about with Star Wars, or that you guys want me to do. If you're watching it, not only do I thank you guys for joining me, but also give me some pointers or give me some ideas to do, because I'd love to hear from you guys. I'm here to do this with you guys, my viewers, my listeners. I'm excited about it. I really am. It's been in the works for a long time. I had this incredible image made from Brian Ward, and he does a lot of the stuff for me, and I'm thankful for it. And it turned out exactly what I had hoped for. And you guys may be wondering, well, what's the whiskey part of it? So the idea behind this show was not just to talk Star Wars, but to bring a different, like I mentioned, flair or flavor to Star Wars. Something that's different from stuff that's out there. Now, I enjoy the hell out of what I do on the other show. Diving into things, theories, themes, like all that stuff. And I may very well do that here as well. But the different side of the show is I also have a major passion that I've grown to over the last year or so for whiskey. I have tried flavors on flavors, different kinds, gone to different places, bought different ones of whiskeys, and I've really come to enjoy what that drink brings. And what I'm going to be doing on each episode is I'm going to be putting front and center, highlighting a different whiskey that I have or try for the first time. Now you may see right behind me there, I have a number of them that are already waiting in the wings, right? I have some of the classics like a Maker's Mark, or I have, my all-time favorite, which you will learn very soon, is a Bland's whiskey. But I also have some ones that may very well be unknown to you, like a Monkey Shoulder or a local brand here in my local area. And I'm going to be excited. I'm going to be, pouring a glass. I'm going to be talking about not just Star Wars, but also highlighting these whiskeys, where they're from, the title of it, what they are, how it tastes, all that type of stuff. So if you're not just a Star Wars fan, but you're also a whiskey fan, this is the perfect show for you. I know it's weird, it's quirky, it's different, but I'm going for it. I'm going for it. I'm excited about it. It's something that I want to do. A little bit of logistical stuff as far as when the episodes are going to release and where you can find them. First of all, the very first episode of the podcast is not now, as I mentioned. And it's perfect timing. It'll be released on May the 4th. That is next Monday. It just feels like it's Star Wars Day. It's a day of celebration. It's the perfect time to release my first official episode. So you can see that. It will not be live for the moment. It'll just be up on YouTube on this channel. You guys can search it under Jake Berlin or Whiskey Jedi. Tags, all that stuff. It'll pop right up. But you can also you'll also be able to find it on audio. And I run all my audio through Anchor podcasts, which they are incredible. They distribute everything for me, and so you'll be able to find that on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, Breaker, all these podcast platforms. You will be able to find it there. And so if you don't have time for YouTube, that's okay. You can find the show elsewhere, which is awesome. You listen to a car, on the run, on a bike, whatever you want to do. The show will be available for you, and I would love for you guys to give me the chance to do that, and I'm very excited about it. So, um, it's gonna be like I mentioned. It's gonna be very relaxed, very open. I'm gonna be hanging out. I might not be looking at the screen the entire time like I am right now. You probably see him walking back and forth in the background sometimes. And like I mentioned, if you guys want me to talk about something specific in Star Wars, give my thoughts, my ideas about it, reach out. Reach out not just on YouTube in the comments, not just on audio, but I have a Twitter, I have an Instagram. You guys can find me again at Qui-Gon Jake. That's with two ends because someone took Qui-Gon with the one end and wasn't able to grab it fast enough. Um, but I will make sure that that's all in the description of the video below. You guys can find it down there below. So again, I'm very excited about this. I really am. If it fails, it fails. I know that I tried. I don't expect it to fail. I really don't. It's something that I think that I could see myself doing for a long time. And as I mentioned, I can enjoy not just talking Star Wars, not just a glass of whiskey, but also having other people on who enjoy this just as much as I do. So I'm really looking forward to you guys joining me on this journey. And hopefully it grows into something bigger where I can venture out and do different things. Maybe I take the Whiskey Jedi, on the road, and I travel to somewhere like Galaxy's Edge, and we do an episode there. I do a little adventure on Disneyland or Disney World. That would be a dream. But for now, I'm focusing on just this, creating great content, great episodes, having fun talking Star Wars, but also enjoying a glass of whiskey and promoting and highlighting these great brands that a lot of people you guys don't know about. And again, just as I mentioned with mentioning if you want me to talk about something Star Wars, if you have a great whiskey that I don't bring up or I don't know about, let me know. I would love to try more. It's something that I've really grown to love over the last year or so. I really enjoy sitting down and having a glass, and it's where it came from. And so the Whiskey Jedi is born. And thank you guys so much for watching and enjoying this. Or if you did enjoy this, if you did like this video or you like this idea, make sure you hit that like button. Likes, YouTube algorithms and everything, they're really interesting. More likes, the higher this video goes up on the charts. That also helps with shares and comments, but also that subscribe button. If you guys want to see more of this, not just this show, this idea, but also other possibilities like reactions and watch alongs and stuff, hit that subscribe button. That would really, really help. Also head over to audio because that where the show will also live there as well. So again, thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm really excited about this. Hopefully you guys are able to join me. Again, it's going to be released on Monday, May the 4th. Episodes after that will be released on Wednesdays, Whiskey Wednesday. It makes the most sense. But for now, thank you guys for joining me. I really appreciate it. Look forward to talking with you guys soon. And may the force be with you.